got the mic in hand. Morning mayhem sweeping the land. Recovery tales and a bright new start. Big news stories tug at the heart. From breaking news to stories of light, Sam spins the world till it feels just right. Warm voices guiding each brand new day. Life's second chances come out to play. Sam's morning mayhem tuning tight. Life's heavy shadows meet the morning light. Courtroom dramas and a sober fight. Sam brings the peace to the break of night.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Mayhem Show. I literally just put that intro together. That's why I was running 4 minutes late. It was in the toaster. I was letting it toast up, and yeah, it was crazy. And it's, I rushed it, so that intro will be better. But I do like the music and the lyrics. Talks about the sober fight and current events and listening to you guys. Anyways, I did my best and just trying to knock that out, so quickly and fast. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's a definitely a coffee Red Bull Monday. I can show the label. Yeah, just like give me a second to get my wits about myself, and yeah, everything's gonna be good. Yeah, I got a couple cool things lined up, and I think I just want to talk to you guys this morning too. Talk about the weekend, see how everyone's weekend was. Do I need this jacket? Yeah, just see how everyone's weekend was. I'm on the struggle bus with this jacket. And yeah. How is everybody? Hopefully everyone had a great weekend. It was an okay weekend. It was overcast yesterday, so we didn't really couldn't do too much. We went to Ross. Tried to find some, we found some new shoes for Hazley, and Mariana. She found some pretty cool Nikes there. She's like, anyway, we just went shoe shopping, with the, tattoo money I made the other day. I hope you guys enjoyed that live. I don't think that's a terrible idea doing that every once in a while, but definitely in the future, I will have it all set up with cameras, and then maybe even having someone work the chat, tell me what's going on. I think that's actually a great idea. I don't think anyone else. I think everyone else thought it was kind of cool too. Maybe not so long, right? I mean, it was like a long live, but of course, everyone's welcome to go in and out at their leisure. And kind of knowing that it's going to be there if you have to go to the store. I don't know. I'm going to work that out. But man, it's so nice to see you guys too. I'm seeing a few messages. Hey, it's nice to see you. But yeah, the tattooing is definitely going to be a for sure thing. Yeah. Yeah. You know me, I'm in my head. It's all crazy in there. I have a lot of ideas for that, to really make that like super cool. So I appreciate your guys' support and watching something like that. I never really thought of that in that way. I thought of doing instruction videos on how to tattoo, but in that to do that, I felt like to do the way I would want to would be, I would need like a cameraman to, kind of show what I'm doing, dipping the machine into the caps. I don't know, but Haley, who was my client, she reached out the next day and said that she had a lot of fun with you guys. And she appreciated the experience. So I thought that was nice. Um, lots of stuff happened this weekend. Nothing crazy that I can remember. I feel like there was something crazy that happened this weekend. You know, there was some Diddy stuff. We're going to talk about that with Jaguar Wright. I've never met Jaguar. I've never even been on a panel with Jaguar. I've watched a lot of her stuff. I do consider Jaguar a victim of she did choose a life of being a sex worker. But I do consider her a victim of people taking advantage of that. Possibly even Diddy taking advantage of that. That's allegedly. We'll just have to see. I do think not a lot of things that she said or says are true, and to an extent, or maybe they're exaggerated. Kind of like she just gets caught up in the story, maybe exaggerates it a little bit. But who's to know? That all that stuff is super crazy. All the Diddy stuff is super crazy. All of the stuff is super unbelievable. But a lot of it is true. But I think the internet sleuths have pretty much figured out, and her friends have come to her, I don't want to say rescue, but come to her aid in showing the world that there's no way that what that girl claims and what that lawyer, Ariel something or another, claims was that she was there or brought the victim to the house where she was R-worded. But I am of the belief that you have to take it all. The court system, the legal system has to take it as true, and then that needs to be proved, right? But I think there's pretty much. Well, we'll just get to it. No, let me get to the chat. Diddy can wait, and Jaguar Wright can wait. Good morning, James Collins. How are you this morning? I am so glad you are here, supporting me and the chat, and doing the moderation for the chat. I was trying to think of another word for moderation. I couldn't think of it. Good morning, Diane Shaw. How are you this morning? It's good to see you. Hi, time difference in New Zealand. You'll probably be watching this on the replay. How are you today? Heather Rhodes, how are you doing today? I'm so glad you're here this morning. Diane Hill, good morning. Aunt Lindy, good morning, and thank you for helping out with the moderation. I really appreciate it. My own eyes and ears, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm working on the well pump. We'll listen in. I'm glad you're listening. My own ears. I have worked on many a well pump. Living in Montana, especially if we're off the grid a little bit, we all have pumps and wells. This tastes so good right now. Good morning, Sherry. So good to see you. Thank you for being a member. I always like seeing that you're here in the mornings, Sherry. Good morning, love it. How are you today? I'll be back in a few. Auntie Monkey Pants, how are you this morning? Good to see you. Thank you for your support, Tan Louis. I always think I'm saying that wrong or not representing that right. Galen, another person I am so happy to see in the mornings. I always know, when there's certain people here that I'm going to be okay. No matter how good the show is or how good of a show that I put on, that it's going to be okay because at least you guys are here with me and supporting the show. And I just know that everything's all right in the universe. And I kind of do dread the day that I don't see those names. I couldn't imagine being here and having those certain names in the chat. And there's a few of them, and I would just be like, something's wrong, right? And I'm not even talking about with me or the show. I'd be like, something's wrong with you guys. Like, I hope you guys are okay. Yeah. So anyway, so good morning, Galen. Good morning, Kathy Wood. How are you this morning? ASAP Lizzie, good to see you. It's always good to see ASAP is here and engaging in the chat. I always feel like she helps keeps the chat going and with her intelligent comments and things like that. This entire audience is super intelligent. As I was told when it was, I don't want to say handed off to me because it wasn't that, but it was as I was introduced to the community, I was warned that I was going to be able to get anything by this audience, or if I ever needed to be educated, this audience would educate me fast. Sam has to fix his hair. That's right. That's right. I should just do the show like this. It's like, yeah, so guys, how's it going? Didn't make the team, but jeez. It's Monday. It's Beanie Monday. That's what we're going to call it. Beanie Monday. I hate seeing myself because then I'm always trying to make things symmetrical, but I'm just not a symmetrical guy. Anyways, yeah, where was I? Ghost Rider 611 has reported for duty. Greetings and salutations. Do you know what movie that's from? Greetings and salutations. I'll give you guys a hint. It's a one-word name of a movie, and yeah, one-word name of the movie. I was going to say who was in it, but you guys would get it right away. It's kind of an underground movie, but it's super good. And so whenever I say greetings and salutations, I always do it in that voice. I can't even do it in my regular voice if I tried. I couldn't just say, that in my regular voice. I have to do it in this actor's voice. I've been doing it since the 80s. So I'm never going to get through this roll call. Motherbird, good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for helping out with the moderation. Also, we're going to have a great week, you guys. And thank you for being a member. Also, and Lindy, thank you for being a member. Where we at? Robin Bliss, good morning. How are you today? Good, Robin. I was just thinking of a Robin I knew in elementary school. She was so cool, man. She was so cool. My best friend had a crush on the Robin from elementary school. Like he would have me pass her a note, in the hallway. I wonder if kids still do that. Well, no, I guess they don't. They have phones. You remember just passing a note and just that feeling you would get in your stomach? It's like in between your heart and stomach, or it's at the top of your stomach. Oh God, that feeling is intense, man. When you first feel like you're just gonna love somebody in that way, like a personal love. That feeling is intense, man. That feeling is intense. Gemini Girl 65, how are you this morning? Good to see you. Pam Pawar, good to see you. Thank you for being a member. Leah, that should be an 80s song. Good morning. How are you? SMG Infinity. Good morning. How are you this morning? 30 thumbs up. I wonder what you guys are talking about. I am so curious. Sammy Parker, how are you this morning? It's good to see you. Ian Wallace, always good to see you. And thank you for being a member. Carrie Wilson, good morning. Nana24. I feel like there's a lot of Nanas in this audience. I think it's Nona. Is it Nona24? I think it's Nona24. I'm sorry. I spelled that wrong. Or I don't know. I really need my glasses. Shell W, good morning. How are you this morning? Caddy Connie and Loudmouth Linda. I just remembered I needed to send over to my computer a bunch of pictures. so you guys can see them. I wanted to show you guys some of my portfolio, my tattoo portfolio. But it's not letting me do it. I don't know why it's not letting me do it. Oh, there we go. Oops, some of the files have been removed because they caused the email to exceed the attached limit. What? That's crazy. I guess I'm gonna have to put them in a zip file. Maybe I'll just go to my photos, my backed up camera roll, and just find a bunch. If you guys are down with that, put a 1 in the chat if you guys were down with me just going to my camera roll and looking for a bunch of pictures later of tattoos. Of course you guys are gonna say yeah because you guys want to see them, but just think to yourself how boring it might be of me scrolling looking for the photos that I want you guys to see. Knowing who I am. Okay. Anyways, Shell Debbie, Elizabeth S. Good morning. Aunt Lindy, Sherry, known as for Jennifer Baker. Good morning. How are you this morning? Hey. It's good to see you. All right. Sammy Parker. I already said good morning to you, right, Sammy? Yes, I have. Carrie Wilson, good morning to you. Galen says it was a busy, tired weekend for you guys. I'm sorry, that's stinks. Unless you mean like tired, you just like kind of lazed around the house, and that was awesome. It's work. It was really hard getting Hazley up this morning. She just didn't want to get up, and it's overcast, and so you guys know how that is. Especially Galen. She's from Seattle. Getting up, well, she's probably used to it now, but getting up when it's overcast is really hard. It really is. It's really hard. Good morning, Woofy. I'm glad you're here. Woofy, I am going to make you a mod this morning, and I'm going to do that right now so I don't, not that I would forget, but it's easier for me to do from my telephone. It's not letting me do it. Channel activity, go to channel, put user in timeout. No. Oh, sorry, I accidentally put you in timeout, Woofy. I think I undid it though. Why can't I do that right now? Hold on, let me see what's going on. Oh, it's because I'm in the wrong profile. Let me just switch accounts real quick. Yada yada yada. And there you go. You're a moderator. Thank you so much for even wanting to be a moderator. And I received your emails and I appreciate that. Thank you for the memberships, the 5 gifted memberships, Wolfie. I really appreciate it. Beach Heen, thank you for gifting the 5 memberships. I truly, truly appreciate that. Thank you, you 2 bombshells of mayhem. I seen someone put in a comment, the Samsters. That like as like supporters of me, the Samsters, and I thought that was pretty cool. I did label all the wonderful women of my channel the bombshells of mayhem, and I am working on like a pinup girl logo for t-shirts for that, and I should have that done probably today. The artwork is super cool. It's like a classic pinup girl And Bombshell, of course, it's going to be, you know, riding like a bomb. And yeah, it's super cool. So thank you guys for all that you do. Those are going to be super, super cool shirts. I know everybody's going to want one. James Collins just said, Trailer Park Boys, Sam Squanches. The Sam Squanches. Yeah, that was Looney Tunes, and welcome to the show, Mischief Managed. I am feeling kind of loony today, but that was just like, because I hate dead air, and I don't know what that comes from. Just like no music, no sound, no anything. So I just have to provide something to fill that. Beaching says he's looking forward to the t-shirts. Yes, I'm hoping I can get to those this week. I just feel a little bit overwhelmed with everything in my life. Moving to a new space. I have to paint, but I have to get a floor put in now because the health department said that the floors that I have in there are not acceptable. Even if I lay down like this, it's this big, thick, washable mat. Even if I lay down that mat, they said, no way, Jose. And they're not even willing to work with me on it. So I have to get a floor put in. I have to get the money to do the floor. So I'm going to try to get a loan from the bank. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'll figure it out. And I also have people that will trade tattoos to do the floor, but it's the supplies. I bet you I could find someone to trade a tattoo for the supplies. So I'm not even worried about it. It's the time of the day to get to it. Does that make sense? I'm sure it does. Beta, hey, how's it going this morning? Beta, you know, you won a shirt last week in the Florida or Germany. So I hope you sent me an email. The email is inside the mind X, just the letter X at Gmail. Hey, Angie Mo, it's good to see you. Thanks for the super chat. Happy daylight savings time. Yeah. I think that's why everyone's just a little bit off too this weekend, right? The daylight savings time always just kind of throws you off. It gets you off just 2 degrees. Do you know what I mean? If there was a dial to yourself and, like, you know, say the arrow if it was pointing true north, you know, it just kind of off 2 degrees, and it just kind of makes everything a little off, at least with me and my craziness. Just a little bit off. I was just wanting the answer. I hope that's not for me, needing an answer for me. And now I'm going to have to go back, look for any questions. Comment, Trailer Park Boys. I wish there was a way for you guys to automatically put the comment, or if there's like an AI thing I could write that would put if you just put a C's, it would throw that into a separate folder or section. I think when I start using OBS, which is a streaming software, when I start using OBS, things are going to be a lot different. When people become members, it's going to go up in the corner, like new member, things like that. I just need to get familiar with it, and I don't want there to be any hiccups in the show moving forward. I don't want you guys have to endure me learning OBS. So I want to teach myself OBS before we do it. I might on another channel practice with it, like on one of my on my legal channel, just practice with it a little bit and get that going. I did promise some legal stuff. I do have not a Stephanie Boyd case to show, and we will go to my channel and look for some Stephanie Boyd. I do have 60 hours of Stephanie Boyd to watch, so I can edit it and put it up onto my channel. When am I ever going to get to that, right? Probably never. And a couple people have said that I do need to do some self-care, maybe go to the gym, start hitting the gym. I did go to the gym last week, and I puffed up really fast. There's a thing called muscle memory. And so like your muscles remember how big they used to be. So when you do go back to the gym, your muscles and your body just goes. And I took a picture of myself, and I was just like, wow, you just blow up fast, even like with one workout. It's crazy. It's super crazy. Blows me away every time it happens. So yeah, I think if I could get back into the gym, that would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. I am looking for a new Bible study. It's the time of the year where Bible studies like end and start, like at least for my church, the programs or the men's studies, they all like stop and start around this time. And so I'm looking for a new one, something that can help me with what's going on in my life right now with all this stuff. Knowing what pleases God and or the God, my God, or the God of the universe, what pleases him and what upsets him. And so I pray about that, and I try to meditate on that. That I always make time for, because when I don't, guys will know when I miss a meditation or prayer. You'll be like, oh man, something's wrong. And you guys will probably all reach out because you're so loving and compassionate. You guys will probably all reach out to make sure I'm okay. Just know those are the days that I've missed prayer and meditation. I just can't live without it. Heather Marie Houston, welcome to the show this morning. It's good to see you. Summer D, I'm glad you're here this morning. Just catching a few other names while I'm talking. Summer D, did I already say Summer D? Summer D, welcome to the show this morning. Thank you so much for the super chat. God provides, be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. It's always good to reminders to take a deep breath, just to be patient. Romans 12:12, 6.7 years for me. Well, that's awesome. You get the goat scream. Oh wait, I forgot the battery's dying. Oh, but I do have new batteries. So, but awesome. I'm so glad, and I'm grateful that you are here. I'm so grateful. That's brother, not wrong emoji. Okay, let's get to it. Let's start off with the Jaguar stuff. So, Jaguar Wright was dropped into a Diddy lawsuit. Just saying that she participated, I think, in the delivery of the victim to the house where the event took place. And I'm not going to read the whole indictment, but here it is. Here she's named in the indictment. Down there, kind of close to the bottom, it says Wright. I guess her real name is. Oh no, Jacqueline Wright, aka Jaguar Wright. Jacqueline, and there's been a few others. Odell Beckham Jr., who's one of my favorite football players of all time. So that is heartbreaking. But because they got Jaguar wrong, I'm just going to assume that they got him wrong too. This Ariel Mitchell lawyer, she's really a piece of work. She comes up with all these. She's just a limelighter. Let's just call him that, a limelighter. She just wants to be in the limelight, bringing false testimony and victims to the forefront. She's got a history of doing this, and hopefully this is another. She has had some success too. Don't get me wrong. She just can't, live her life, filing false lawsuits. She'd be disbarred. But there are a lot of people calling for her disbarment. A lot of people calling for her disbarment. So yeah. So in the in the indictment, it says here on line 43, on March 23, defendant Shane invited plaintiff over to his home to assist with him in his cancer medications because he stated he was weak and unable to open his medications. Upon a plaintiff's arrival, defendant Shane informed plaintiff. So Jaguar, I guess, had a part in bringing this person to the house. Anyway, that's what it was. But I guess on that line 43, I just wanted to show you the date. It's on March 23rd, 2018. So on March 23rd, 2018. So this is Jaguar Wright. I got this from the Cook County records, and Jaguar Wright there was a warrant issued for her on the I thought the date was there. I could have sworn the date was there. Well, there was a warrant issued for her just before that. And on that warrant, she was hold on, guys. My phone died. I just want to well, I don't need it right now. So on that warrant, she was there was the issuance of the warrant, and then she was arrested on this date. Where is the date? I had the date on here. Oh, on she was arrested on Sunday, January 7th of 2018, and she didn't get out till April of 2018. And I have that. Where is that? Let me grab that. She was, I have it. I just didn't put it in the scenes. Let me just grab that real quick. You can see that she was. Oh, here it is. I hope you guys can see this. It's a post, a Facebook post that she did on April 19th. And it says, my first post since I got home. She got home just the day before. She says, what's up? That was on April 19th. She got out the day before on April 18th, which pretty much means that there's no way that she could have been there. I'm sorry I presented that kind of convoluted. It is Monday. So it's just more of the same with all the Diddyverse stuff. There was no way she could have been there. Now, is there more? Do they have more stuff that they're going to add to that where that was at different dates and stuff? They probably will, just to try to save their butt. But they got it wrong on this one. All her friends are in an uproar about it, and so are really her enemies or her naysayers. They are all coming to her like kind of rescue on this, and yeah, that's where it's at with that. I'm just not a fan of any of this stuff. I'm just kind of reporting it as news and what's kind of going on. I am a fan of the news, but I just don't have it in me to like really talk about, all the who's talking about it, who's saying. There are a lot of people that are saying that this information is false, but the proof is there. You can't fake a timed Facebook post. You just can't. And so I don't know why people are wanting to just believe the lawsuit at face value. It's pretty crazy that people would do that. Without actual receipts and facts, and they'll never get it. Not regarding those dates that they are saying in the lawsuit. I do have a case I want to show you guys. It's with this I'm just gonna.
Meister, we're here today for sentencing on this case. So let me ask you, if you had plenty of time.
This is a case that I put on my site a while ago. This is Judge Conlon in Washita County, Michigan.
Yes. Okay.
So
I'm going to ask a series of
let's
questions.
just get to this. Let's just watch this while I take a few deep breaths.
Can answer for you.
We'll
if you want to speak
I'll be better here in a few minutes.
Opportunity to address me before I sentence you. Okay. All right. Let me just get the terms on the record. The defendant pled no contest on March 13th, 2024 to count 4, which is and count 5, both of which are criminal sexual conduct second degree due to the relationship. At the sentencing today, counts 1 through 3 will be dismissed, and that there was a sentence agreement to 5 years probation with no upfront jail or prison. So that's where we are today. Counsel, is that accurate?
That is correct.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay. I've had a chance to go over the pre-sentence report, and from last week, also the victim impact written statement. And so I've gone over that. I'm going to hear from the two attorneys on their scoring of the sentencing guidelines. I've done some scoring myself. That all becomes part of the calculation of the sentence, and we'll get to that in just a minute. So before we do, I want to take a look at the informational part of the report. Mr. Coyle, do you have any additions, corrections, or deletions to the informational part of the report? I've corrected the date of sentencing on the face page. But anything else in that?
Your Honor, Mr. Burmeister and I have gone over the pre-sentence report, and regarding its contents, we have no additions, corrections, or deletions.
Willenbring, how about you?
I do not, Your Honor. One thing I will state for the record is that we would like to read the victim impact statement into the record. So whenever Your Honor deems the appropriate time for that.
I'll be back to you in just a minute. Okay. Let's talk about the guidelines. Any challenge to those calculations, counsel?
So I'd ask, I have no objection to the scoring of the prior record variables scores. I would ask the court to consider the following. Offense variable 3 is scored at 5 points, and those 5 points are scored for bodily injury. I would suggest to the court that there was no bodily injury, and it should be scored at 0.
Okay. Anything else, counsel?
Additionally, yes, offense variable 11 is currently scored at 25 points, and I would argue to the court that it should be scored at 0 points. In OV 11, it states that all sexual penetrations of the sentencing offense arising out of the sentencing offense should be scored with regard to OV 11. And the sentencing offenses here, of course, are criminal sexual conduct in the second degree, where there was no penetration, or there would be no penetration. So I believe the scoring of that variable should be.
I'm going to give a trigger warning.
Okay. Ms. Willenbring, your response on, let's go with OV3 first.
As to OB3, it's a relatively low standard for bodily injury not requiring medical treatment. I do think that there was establishment of
This
some
is the case
physical
that I
bodily injury.
was wanting to play for Michigan.
Yeah, and she also mentioned that there was bleeding afterwards. So I do think OB3.
I'm sorry, guys. That's not the case I wanted to play for Michigan. I apologize. I'm an idiot. I didn't know that was a CSC case out of Michigan. I was trying to play a Karen case where the guy. I just looked at the thumbnail and I thought that was the guy. And I am so sorry. I apologize for playing that case. That's not the kind of cases that I want to showcase here on the channel. Let me go find a better case, a different case. I feel really bad about doing that. That was from a long time ago, like last year. I don't even do cases like that on my channel. You can see like the last 11 months. I don't do cases like that on my channel anymore. A lot of other people do because they get a lot of views. I'm not interested in those views or the people that like those kind of cases or think that those cases are entertaining. I'll let my competitors show those cases. I could care less. I can't remove those cases without affecting my ranking. But they're so old that like they've gotten literally no views, but like in a real long time. It's kind of hard to explain, but I should unlist them. I bet you if I unlisted them all, I'll have to put that in my stuff to do. Let me see here. Oh, this is a good one I just put on. Yeah, let's watch this one. This is a really this is Judge Bryant. I don't know if you guys know Judge Bryant. She also has a prayer channel that she does in the morning, and it's super awesome. But man, you cannot tell that she is a Christian when she's at court. It is super crazy. Let me find my share. Here we go. This is a really, really good case.
But let me make something clear to you today. Judge Elanice Bryant is in charge of this courtroom.
She sure is.
Judge Elanice Bryant is going to give justice to whoever is in need of justice, but she's not going to prison. It's a misdemeanor. It's a misdemeanor. So you need to talk to somebody else who's able to give you the relief that you need. But you're going to stop yelling at me. You're going to stop yelling at me. So don't ever do that again, ma'am. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again.
She repeats herself a lot.
Don't ever do that again. All right.
She really does.
All right, I'm ready on, I need Miss Moore to start her video.
Billy Bowser.
I need Miss Moore to start the video.
Billy Bowser. Trying to get my puppies to come over here to say hi.
I apologize, John.
Come here.
I didn't know how to do it.
Up. This is Bowser. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Well, yes, you didn't know how to start your video.
Come on.
Let's just move on. Let's move on.
I don't know if you guys can see him. He's down here.
This is case number 214548501. The People versus Regina Octavia Moore. Defendant is charged with assault and battery, and today is the date set by Judge Baltimore for a bond violation.
I don't know. Really doesn't want to come. She's shy.
Hearing. Ms. Ritter, your appearance, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people, the complaining witness.
What's going on in the courtroom right now?
Complaining witness, she's coming to the podium.
Okay. Ms. Ritter.
Thank you, Your Honor. The complaining witness is in person in the courtroom. Ms. Robinson, speaking to the podium, and state your full name, please.
Sandy Robinson. All right, Ms. Moore, state your name. Unmute.
You say Regina Octavia Moore.
Ms. Moore, what's all that noise in your background?
Oh, it was the TV. I was in the breakout room. I'm sorry.
All right, today is a day set for a bond violation. Strike that. I keep saying bond. Probation violation hearing that was set by Judge Baltimore while I was off. And unfortunately, it was not properly set, and the people were not even aware of the situation. Miss Stevenson brought to the court's attention that Ms. Colthurst was the attorney of record. Ms. Hauser, I need everyone to be stationary, seated.
I have kids here at home, so.
Okay, well, take care of your kids and come back to court when you finish taking care of your kids. You have a great day and you stay safe.
I'm not saying.
All right.
See you later. She don't play. She does not
That
play.
Ms. Coulthurst was the attorney that represented Ms.
Look, she didn't even skip a beat. She just said, she's like, all right, you got to take care of your kids. Go take care of your kids. And she will put a warrant out for her arrest. Now, that I don't necessarily agree with going that far, but definitely just kind of put her in a timeout and let her know, like, now you're going to be waiting in the waiting area of Zoom, the Zoom world, and we'll get to you when we get to you. So basically this case, it's just a misdemeanor. I guess they got in an argument. They really don't like each other, but the victim who's up there in the corner, she wants to make a victim statement. And that's why she was yelling at her, like, it's just a misdemeanor. Like, she's like, wants her to go to prison. And she kind of gets on her.
More previously, the court did reach out to the Michigan Indigent Defense Council and asked for Ms. Coulthurst to be appointed to represent Ms. Moore during her probation. And I believe that request was granted. Ms. Coulthurst has indicated that she's unavailable this morning, but is able to log into Zoom this afternoon. So I believe I'm going to just have everyone log into Zoom this afternoon and then set the matter, if necessary, for a hearing after the people have had an opportunity to review the evidence. Ms. Ritter?
Judge, thank you. So, Your Honor, the court is correct. The people have not had an opportunity to review the evidence relating to this hearing. I did have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Robinson during a brief break from the court. Ms. Robinson being, I guess, agitated with how the people wanted to proceed as far as holding this probation violation hearing and giving the people an opportunity to give a sound argument and decision in making with this process. She wasn't satisfied with what the people were trying to tell her. So just so the court is clear, and just so Ms. Robinson is clear, it is up to the people. From my understanding, it's up to the people as to how they're going to proceed after viewing the evidence, whether they're going to proceed or not to a probation hearing. And from my understanding, Ms. Robinson has been in contact with Ms. Lurst. So Ms. Robinson is, I guess, has confidence in the probation as to handling this hearing opposed to the people.
Ms. Lurst is not an attorney today. She wasn't one yesterday, and she won't be one tomorrow. I could care less about how Ms. Lurst wants to proceed. So number one, as I indicated in the beginning, the matter was set inappropriately on the court's docket. It should have never been set on the court's docket without the prosecutor having the opportunity to review the evidence. I'm almost, okay, what word am I going to use? Okay, I don't know what Ms. Ritter means when she says that Miss, what's your witness's name?
Ms. Robinson.
That Ms. Robinson was irritated with how she want to proceed, but on every day that we live and breathe and court operates, it is the prosecutor's case. It is the people's case. And what we won't do, what I won't do, is have anybody dictate to me how to run my courtroom, except the Supreme Court and the legislature. Court rules and case law. That's what run my courtroom. Court rules and case law. Okay, so, and that I'm a little, I don't know. Okay, perhaps there was some type of misunderstanding as to who Ms. Lurst is. Ms. Lurst is a probation officer who shouldn't even be talking to the complaining witness. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. Ms. Lurst is a probation officer who should be talking to the probationer. She is overseeing the probationer. She has no business, none. Let me make the record clear. She has no business communicating on this level with the complaining witness. Her responsibility and obligation It's to the probationer. The only thing Ms. Lurst is supposed to do is make the court aware
Me too,
of an
Galen.
allegation. She should not meet with the complaining witness. She should not have received a video from the complaining witness. She should have brought it to the court's attention. The video should have been sent to the prosecutor. And then the court would make a determination as to whether or not a probation violation hearing was necessary. So I don't know what you said to Ms. Ritter on the telephone. I don't know. But Ms. Ritter is the lawyer. She's the attorney. Ms. Lurst is the probation officer. Probation officer for Ms. Moore. Ms. Lurst is the probation officer for Ms. Moore. Ms. Lurst is the probation officer for Ms. Moore.
I hate it when she does that though. She says there's things like 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
She does it a lot.
Having
If she
said
did every
that,
once in a while, that'd be okay.
we are going to log in for this case at 1:30. The people are going to get a copy of the video from Ms. Lurst, who apparently is the only person who can see the video. That's inappropriate. It's inappropriate on every level. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate for the video to be on her personal device. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate for the prosecutor to not be able to view the video. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate for the defense attorney to not be able to view the video. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. It's not appropriate. Okay, so we're gonna log in this afternoon. If she chooses, I suppose, the witness will send the video to the prosecutor, which is what Ms. Lurst should have done. Upon receipt of the video, she should have forwarded that video to the appropriate people.
Thank you, Marion, for the comment.
Okay.
I enjoyed doing it.
The only thing, okay, I think we all know that I feel like it was inappropriate. Okay. So, Ms. Ritter, if you are able to view the video by this afternoon to determine and let the court know if in fact we do need a probation violation hearing, or then we will proceed in that manner. If you're not able to view the video by this afternoon, then I suppose I'm not going to set a bond violation hearing unless I know, I keep saying bond, and I'm sorry, a probation violation hearing unless there's let me see what the standard is for the probation violation. It's not probable cause. It's what's the one down below that?
Clear and convincing evidence.
Preponderance
Say that again, Ms. Stevenson. I'm sorry.
of the evidence.
Oh, preponderance. That's what yes. Preponderance of the evidence that there's a need for a bond violation hearing. Ms. Ritter, were you even able to speak with the witness regarding what the allegation is?
I was there, so I was able to get an understanding of what the allegations are, and it is no contact, indirectly and directly.
Okay. All right, well, we will be back at 1:30 on Zoom.
I do like this prosecutor
Coulthurst has
too,
been
Christine
appointed
Ritter. She
to
is
represent
on
Ms.
point
Moore.
always.
The witness does not have to come in person. There will not be a hearing today. However, if she wants to come in person, she can. But there will not be a hearing today, and we're going to pick a date for the hearing if that's necessary. So I need Ms. Coulthurst because I need her calendar. I need to know her schedule. Okay. Anything further?
Nothing further for the record, Judge, just that I will contact Ms. Robinson after the docket is complete to see if there's a way that I can get that video to review it before the 1:30 adjournment.
There has to be a way. Ms. Lurst has it. So there absolutely has to be a way. Ms. Lurst has the video. Ms. Lurst, the probation officer, who can't share the video for some reason with anybody else. So she has it. So there has to be a way. All right. Anything? What's going on? Why is the officer talking to the witness?
Your Honor, I'm telling her to take her arms down and she's refusing to do so. That's why I was talking.
He said he was telling her to take her arms down. She gets a little combative. That's why this is a funny hearing.
Man, who you talking to? Who you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who you talking to? Who you talking to? Who you talking to? Who are you talking to? Officer, you're gonna take her in the back.
Right.
She's gonna stop.
You know, I mean, because
you're gonna stop. You're gonna stop. You're going to stop. You are going to stop. You're going to stop. Ma'am, you're going to stop. Stop it. Stop it. No, stop it. Stop it. Ma'am, stop it. Now, this is completely and absolutely unnecessary.
why is that? Every day her doing harassment. They're doing things. What y'all waiting for them to kill me? Every day.
Let me tell you what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to get in my car and I'm getting ready to come down to the court. You're gonna put we're not having no hearing and it ain't gonna turn out for you. I'm getting ready to appoint you counsel, ma'am. I'm getting ready to appoint you counsel. That's what's getting ready to happen. So you think it's good for me to come down to my car? You think that's good for you? Let me be clear.
Maybe somebody will hear me.
It's not clear. It's not clear. Let me tell you this. You're gonna hear me. You're gonna hear me. You're rude. You're being disrespectful. You're being disrespectful to this process. You keep rolling your eyes at me. You keep tooting up your mouth at me. You keep over talking me. I have asked you to stop. I have raised my voice. I have lowered my voice. You continue to be rude. You continue to not let the process go. You continue. And then while you're continuing to behave in this manner, you want the prosecutor to present evidence to me that you're the one being harassed. Now, what I'm saying to you is that you are going to stop. If you continue, I am going to hold you in contempt of court. And that is not a good thing. If I get in my car to drive downtown, there is a 90% chance. If I get into my car and drive downtown to address you, there is a 90% chance that you are going to go to jail today. So you're going to stop being rude to me. You're going to stop. You're going to stop because what you must think is that this is a free-for-all and you can talk when you want to talk. Well, ma'am, that's not how court works, and you're going to stop. You're going to stop.
That's a good point. She just said you think it's a free for all. You're going to be able to talk how you want to talk. I think we can relate that to the chat too. You know what I mean? People aren't just going to come to the chat and say whatever they want to say that I don't want being talked about. And this isn't going to be the hash out the Tommy Scoville thing. You can make a comment about it if it's respectful in a way, but we're not going to be calling people names. Look, all the information's been brought out. I just highlighted this True Clear Media, TCM. I do respect True Clear Media. I do like the some of the videos that they put out. Some are really, really funny. So I would go over there and check it out if you're interested in checking out some of that stuff. He asks here, or she, I don't know, he or she asks, will there be transparency about the fake MDC interview? I've already commented on that. I said there would be. I am very, very busy, but there will be, and I'm going to try to get to that today. That's all I can say. I tried to get to it last week. I couldn't get to it. I've already said that it was faked, and that I'm going to put out a video to explain exactly how and why that came about. That's all I can do. I can get to it when I get to it. And that's all I'm going to say about it right now. I don't want to do it right now, right here on the show, because there's stuff I want to show. You know what I mean? And I don't have that lined up. It's on a whole separate computer. But yeah, I've already commented on that. I'm not being pressured by anybody to do it. I already said I was going to do it. I had planned on doing it. But by keep asking me in my chat that when's it going to come, or will there be, you're asking me, will there be? Well, there already has been. I've already said. So I don't need you that like this wanting to be oppositional to me with asking me, will there be? That question has been asked and answered. True Clear Media. That's all I'm going to say. It's been asked and answered. All right. Well, I appreciate you. But please quit it with the lightweight soft punking in my chat. You're not going to punk me out. Do you know what I mean? By putting it out, I've already said it's going to be put out. I've already said that it's faked. Do you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. All right, brother or sister. All right, let's get back to this video.
It's not going to be a day. There is not going to be a day when I'm not going to be in charge of this courtroom. There's not going to be a day, ma'am. So I need you to stop. Now, I am trying to address your issue. You are making it 1,000 times difficult for me to address your issue. What you're going to know is that this is a misdemeanor. This is a misdemeanor. So you said, what we going to do? We're going to wait for her to kill you. This is a misdemeanor.
True Clear Media, do you know when, James? I'm assuming you're asking about the video. James doesn't know. I've been working with Truth to Heat on this. Well, communicating with Truth to Heat about it. If you email Truth to Heat, he will fill you in on what him and I have been talking about. All right. Let's get back to the video.
Misdemeanor.
Sorry, guys.
If you have an issue that you think is bigger than this, then you need to go talk to Kim Worthy. Look like you're in the wrong place. You need to go across the street and yell at Kim Worthy, but you're not going to keep yelling at me, because when you yell at me, you're going to go to jail. And then you can yell at them from over there in the jail. But what you're not going to do is disrespect and yell at me. That's not what you're going to do. Every day I come to work and put on this black robe, I'm in charge of this courtroom. Every day. Every day. And you're not going to disrespect me. Now, this morning, you have disrespected me. This morning, you have disrespected this process. This morning, you have been very
funny.
disrespectful.
I'm playing this video right now.
This morning, you have yelled at me and talked over me. I don't know where your emotions lie. And I don't know what Mr. Lurse told you. But let me make something clear to you today. Judge Elanice Bryant is in charge of this courtroom. Judge Elanice Bryant is going to give justice to whoever is in need of justice, but she's not going to prison. It's a misdemeanor.
I know, right? One with chats is so crazy.
It's a misdemeanor. So you need to talk to somebody else.
I do respect True Clear Media.
Give you the relief that you need, but you're going to
the work
stop
they're
yelling
doing
at me.
is awesome.
You're going to stop yelling at me. And know this, the officer is in charge of that courtroom. The next time he gives you a directive and you don't follow it, I'm going to hold you in contempt of court. You're not going to argue with my officer. He is there for
I
the
know,
security
right?
of that courtroom. He is there to make sure that courtroom decorum is followed. That is why he is there. The fact that you would argue with him speaks volumes about you, number one, and number two, it's disrespectful to this court process and to these proceedings. Now, I understand emotions get high. I understand that. I understand that you're the one living your situation, but you're not going to come here and yell at me. You're not going to come here and disrespect me because I've done nothing to you. Nothing. I don't even know you. I've never met you. I've done nothing to you. Neither has my court officer. We are here to do a job. We are here to conduct business.
Yes, the irony
We
is
are
crazy.
here to listen to all sides, not just yours. And you yelling at me, trying to tell me your side is going to accomplish zero, nothing. Absolutely and positively nothing. If you need a PPO, go get one. We don't give them out in this courtroom. If you need some larger charges, go talk to the prosecutor's office. We don't do that here. But what we do here is demand courtroom decorum. What we do here are handle the misdemeanor cases that appear before this court. The cases that are punishable by 93 days in the Wayne County Jail, maximum. This case, maximum. So don't ever do that again, ma'am. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. All right. As I said before, the witness started yelling at me and over talking me and all of that. We're going to come back at 1:30. And Ms. Moore's attorney will be present. Ms. Ritter will do what she always does and determine if whatever the evidence is, if she is going to proceed with the probation violation request. And then Ms. Lurst, who's not an attorney, and who's not going to be presenting any evidence to this court, is going to, as much as we can, try to forward the video to the parties, or Ms. Ritter, if she's going to give you the video, she can give it to you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Is there anything further for the court?
Not from the people, Judge. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Moore, Ms. Coulthurst has been appointed to handle the probation matters, and so log back in at 1:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then we're all set, and I'll see everyone this afternoon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Respectful to me. Everybody's gonna be respectful to me, or it's not gonna be a good day.
I love her. She's so funny.
I'm ready
Oh, me,
on
Donna?
Hauser,
We still have a good hour of show.
who is also gonna be respectful
playing.
to me.
Have a good day.
Okay, now, Ms. Hauser wasn't in the courtroom when I just gave this long speech about being respectful to me.
Here's Miss Hauser. Remember, she was moving around.
2024.
She's still moving around.
Let me tell you all something, a news flash. I refuse to be disrespected in 2024 on my job. You're not going to talk to me in a random and unprofessional and disrespectful way without consequences. I refuse. I am being paid to do a job, and I'm going to do that job with the respect of the people, the public, the lawyers, and everybody else, and I'm going to give it. You're going to stop walking around. The fact that you have children at home is your business. But we got a court hearing this morning. And if this was pre-COVID, I don't know where your children would be, but they wouldn't be interfering with this court hearing. So don't talk to me like that again. And the next time, if you have to come back for a court hearing, then you need to make accommodations for the things that's going on in your house. Because you wouldn't appreciate it if I had to keep getting up out of my chair, going to take care of some kids, a dog, the this and the that. So we're not going to do that. This is case number 204509601, the people of the state of Michigan versus Ariel Hauser. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. And today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
The
For the
Wolfmeister.
record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Ariel Hauser. Ms. Hauser, ma'am, please unmute and say your full name.
Ariel Hauser.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. On behalf of Ms. Hauser, we would move for dismissal for the complaining witness's failure to appear.
Ms. Ritter?
Judges, at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference, the court did require the complaining witness,
Yes,
Ms.
the bottom woman on the right.
Larry, to be present. I'll see the complaining witness by that name in the waiting room, and the people don't have an explanation as to why the complaining witness is not present for at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference. At this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed based on the complaining witness's failure to appear for at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. The people have no explanation for that failure. They are unable to proceed at this time. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion and the matter is dismissed without prejudice. Ms. Hauser, we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records, ma'am. Have a great day.
See, all that for nothing.
Thank you, Judge, and I apologize for earlier.
All that for
You're welcome,
nothing.
and I accept your apology. Thank
Have a great
Or on the
Thank
second
you,
case.
Yana.
Well, it was the first case, then the second case. Anyway, yeah, the parallels with that case, right? With what was going on in the chat with True Clear Media. I mean, I don't feel that aggressive about True Clear Media because I'm a fan. So it's hard, but don't keep asking me, will there be transparency? Because I've already answered that. Now, if you would have asked when, then yeah, we can answer that. That would be today. And because I had already agreed with someone else that it would be today, and I'll make a short video about it, and then we'll just let the chips fall where they may. I was lightweight hoodwinked into something as a creator on YouTube, and I wanted to use a real CO, but that wasn't at the MDC. So Tommy had the idea of doing, answering those questions, but with the facts that we had of the system, and then presented it that way instead of presenting it like that. That's all it was. Not trying to minimize it, but I don't want it to make it out to be more than what it was. So we'll just leave it at that. And yeah, I appreciate James Collins so much for handling the chat the way he does. I was watching it on the side, a little distracted from the hearing, watching it go down on the side, and so I just had to stop and say something. Not because I don't think James can't handle it, because I want to moderate too a little bit. But because he said, no, it's Sam's decision to make. Yeah, it's my decision to ban people, but it's not my. The moderators make all the other decisions. And for real, if the moderators, I'm letting the moderators know right now, all the moderators, if you see something in the chat that you don't think that I'm seeing and that someone needs to be banned, go ahead. Go ahead. If it's something truly bad, like if someone came out and used the N-word, gone, ban. If someone used like the F word, the FAGG, that word, ban. Anything like that, ban. Because I don't want a second comment. Do you know what I mean? And I'm assuming you guys know that. So you don't have to ask me permission to ban truly truly offensive language. This is not the spot for anything like that. Or, well, I'll talk to the moderators. We'll do a Zoom call or something. Let's set that up. Okay. Moving forward, I don't know what I have even moving forward, but maybe just talking to you guys. I could show more hearings if you guys would like. I have hundreds and hundreds of hearings. Let me just go to there, see if there's anything that that I fancy. Maybe something short and quick. Let's see. This one's pretty funny. It's another Elise Bryant one. Yeah, maybe we could show it.
Okay. For you to come on this Zoom.
This is pretty good. It's funny.
However, I don't know that the case.
Yeah, let's show this one. This one's pretty good. Watch what happens. This is I'm just going to show a little bit of this one. This is Elise Bryant again. Watch what happens here. You guys are going to be, it's going to blow your mind.
And that is Chicago. However, I don't know that the I might have another one, but I'm going to do a couple of yours and then I'll do I also have Cone, the attorney for Cone. Mr. McCoggle, I need you to start your camera.
I'm trying to turn my camera on.
Oh, Miss McCoggle.
Yes, I'm sorry. Okay.
Ma'am, you coming to court with facial cream on your face? That's inappropriate. Ma'am,
okay, I'm sorry.
No, listen to me.
She said she was sorry.
It's inappropriate and it's disrespectful for you to come on this Zoom with that face cream on the day of your sentencing.
Watch how fast she runs.
This is not a game. It's not a joke. We come to court professionally attired. And that is absolutely disrespectful. Now, please go wash your face and come back prepared.
She's gone. Yeah.
Straightforward.
She was
It's
gone.
nothing straightforward in here. I'm confused anyway by this.
Yeah, she was confused. Like, what is going on? She just had face makeup. Ian Wallace, thank you for being here today, brother. You asked or said the tap video was one of the best shows I've been in. Chat was amazing and good just to zone out of life for that time. Hey, thanks. That was so fun to do. And like I said, like I want to do that more at the new shop. I'm going to install lighting and cameras to really make that something really cool. So with like a camera angle over the tattoo and then a camera angle of me and the client. And we can just go from there. I thought it was super cool too. It was fun. If any of you guys missed it, go check it out. It's long and I don't know how entertaining it is to like, but it gave the community a chance to go somewhere and kind of talk to each other and for me to like pop in and try to mess up the flow of the chat. You know what I mean? That's fun for me. I love popping into the chat during the tattoo. Yeah. Kim asked, did I get home by 9:45? I did. I got home at 10, but I was able to go get her vape. And she was totally surprised because she said, no, it's okay, honey. Never mind. You know, don't worry about it. I'll just get one in the morning. I was able to surprise her with one. And, you know, they have so many flavors of vapes that I just didn't know which one to get. So I asked the guy, hey, what's a popular one? So he gave me a popular one. And she loved it. She was like, I never would have gotten that one because of the name of it. And so yeah, it was a win-win. Good. I was able to to get over there. Yeah. It was funny. Jamie Palmer, hey, it's good to see you today. Funny story, my dad and I went to Goodwill and wanted to see what they had in the new store. I told my dad I wouldn't be buying anything. I ended up buying 5 shirts, Ella. That's me every time I go to Goodwill. And I like vintage bowling shirts. I love bowling shirts. Those were a thing for a while in the 90s. And I like work shirts, like Dickies work shirts. I wear a lot of work shirts, and even if it has someone else's name on it, you know, it could say Ron or Scott or I think I got one that said Chip. That was my favorite shirt for the longest time. Old gas station work shirts that have the gas attendant's name on it. I love those shirts. Those are a thing of the past too. Now, when was the last time you seen a gas station attendant? Usually it's just, you know, the girl working the counter or the guy working the counter at the convenience store. If there's a convenience store in it. So I miss those days with gas station attendants. Remember self-serve or full serve? Man, those were good. Those were good times. I remember when gas was 70 cents a gallon. I remember when cigarettes were 65 cents a pack. God, I sound like my dad. My dad would be like, I remember when gas was 10 cents. And I'd be like, 10 cents? Now here I am. I remember when gas was 65 cents, son. Yeah, it's just crazy. What other things did I mark here? I marked some stuff for you guys talking about Tommy. I think she starts with and Jaguar. I'm just highlighting this because it talks about Jaguar. Tommy seemed to be a fan of Jaguar, but I never trust her. He actually addresses his how he feels about Jaguar on a video he did last night. It's a brand new one. It's not a replay. I think she starts with kernels of truth, but then embellishes lies. Yeah, that's a better way of saying what I was trying to say. So thank you. I have gone back to my original thoughts about Jag. I do not believe all words that come out of her mouth. Sorry, not sorry. I go back and forth too about Jag. Like some things have come to fruition, you know, of what she's talked about. And then other things are just like, what? Not true. Ian Wallace said, we need you on the show one time, Galen. Be brilliant to learn firsthand about that case and the work those dogs do, etc. I would love to do that, Ian and Galen. I would love to have Galen on the show to talk about anything her heart desired. None of the people respect that judge, I know. And this is the only question I've seen so far. Sam, have you seen the video of the guy diving over and attacking the judge? Yes, I have that video on my channel. The thing is, YouTube won't play it. Well, YouTube will play it, but they won't monetize it or push it out. At the time when I was worried about monetization, I think I removed it, and then I found out removing videos is really bad, even if it's just really bad, especially if you move 3 videos. It like really destroys YouTube even putting out your content for people to see, even if they've marked the notification icon. So it's really bad to do that. So I try not to do it at all. Hey, Nona of 4. It says updated from Nona of 2. That is so crazy because that's what I thought, right? I thought, oh, maybe she had got a new grandchild, and congratulations, you did, and thank you for the super chat. Those are super appreciated, and it really helps the channel out, especially right now in my time of transition. So thank you so much for the super chat. Galen says, Sam, keep an eye on the case in Arizona of a Native American girl, Emily Pike, at age 14, was missing in January 26th of 2026. I think you might be mistaken on the year, of course, because it's 2025, and found February 14th. It's one of my cadaver dogs that found her last month. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That deserves a round of applause. Good job. Good work. I will deep dive that case today. I know I always say, I'm going to do that today. I'm going to do that today. When I get off, I'm going to deep dive that case. I'm going to address the MDC, the faked video that Tommy and I did. And then I will, tomorrow we will talk about that case in detail, the Emily Pike case. Just make sure. Oh, it's crazy. I still have this highlighter. I've had this highlighter since I got my Bible, and that was in 2017, and it still works. But I took it out of my Bible because I didn't want it to run out like in the middle of church. Let me just write down the Emily Pike thing so I don't forget. And Hazley went back to school, so I won't be having to make forts this week. If I'm honest, thank God, because it was a lot of work. My walls now have holes in them from screws. I end up finally screwing blankets and sheets to the wall to make her a fort. I had to. Yeah, or else she wasn't going to leave me alone about it. Emily Pike. But man, good job. I mean, it's a sad case, of course, but good job with the cadaver dog. Those dogs are amazing. I love watching the way they train those dogs and how like the percentage that they're right. I know when the Twin Towers fell, they really put those dogs into overtime, and they did amazing work. They did amazing work. So thanks again. Thank you, Just Saying, gifted 5 memberships. So 5 of you will be receiving memberships today. Also with the 10 that were gifted earlier by Woofy and B. Jean. Thank you so much for the memberships. I really appreciate it. Let's get back to the chat, see what's going on. Hey, it's good to see you, Danette, by the way. I didn't say good morning to you. Good morning. Really hard. Thank you for the work you do. Yes, thank you so much for the work that you do, Galen. Is James still here? I hope, James, please, I don't see that you're here, but please, I hope you're not upset that I decided to comment on the chat when you were moderating. You were doing an amazing job moderating what was going on. I just wanted to stop and say something about it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're still here. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't upset you by commenting on that stuff. He says, James, we are behaving ourselves. Thank you for the soupy chat. Soupy chat. Thank you for the soupy chat. Thank you for the super chat, Holly Grace. I appreciate it. It really goes. I think this channel and the work that we are doing and will be doing more in the future, it goes to a good purpose, a good I don't want to say cause. We're not a cause. We could morph into a cause if we need to. That's for sure. But yeah. Good morning, Bill. How are you doing today? It's good to see you today. Glad you're here. Mr. Hare. Oh, the chat moved. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I love his avatar. I don't know. I just love his avatar. He does the same thing I do. Because I do that a lot. See the creases that are always there, even when I'm not doing it? in third grade, I've told this story. In the third grade, my principal was like, if you keep doing that for the rest of your life, you're going to have creases there. I had those creases when I was 8. You know, I think I've been doing that since I came out of the womb. What else is going on in this wonderful little chat of mine? It doesn't seem like you guys are talking about too much right now. So let's see what I got going on over in the. I do have the entire Zelensky thing.
To have President Zelensky of Ukraine, and we've been working very hard, very close.
Let's
So we've
watch
actually
this.
Known each other for a long time. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yes, go ahead, please.
They really gave a lot, Mr. President. They did.
They gave a lot, but they gave much less.
No. What do you think?
He wants to know, do you think that, sort of a stupid question. I think we're going to end up with an agreement, otherwise I wouldn't probably be even here today. And I do like your clothing, by the way.
Yeah, really?
Even though I think he's a great guy, by the way. But I don't know if you two like each other, but you know what?
25 times he broken ceasefire.
But he never broke to me. He never broke to me.
No, you were the president. You were the president during.
He never broke to me.
In 2016, you been the president, Mr. President. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict. It's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
See, that's where I think Trump went left.
With us, you start having
playing cards.
Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III.
I think that was a little grandiose, right? You're gambling with World War III. I mean, any war can morph into World War III. That especially in the Middle East, and between Russia and the Ukraine. I don't have a stance on it. I just know that Trump, when he said when he said, you're not going to tell us how you feel, that's his ego. You know, you telling us how you feel. I mean, even like, look at his face there. He looks totally upset. Like, why are you so upset right now? You know? Did you guys see the video of JD Vance getting attacked, or, you know, not physically attacked, but verbally attacked when he was walking I think he was walking his son, his 3-year-old. They were out for a walk. He lives in Ohio, I think. They were out for a walk, and yeah, he was lightweight attacked by. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, let me see if I can find that. I know I have the video of that somewhere. Let's see. Where did I put that? Let me check my little mayhem folders. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Video shows juvenile detention center. Here we go. Let's watch this.
What we called up, they said, the Russians said, was an illegal order. Well, sir, I agree with you. Actually, the Russians do have some manpower problems. The Ukrainians have more manpower problems.
So JD Vance was out walking his son, and he ran into some protesters.
It's an illegal order. Well, sir, I agree with you. Actually, the Russians do have some manpower problems. The Ukrainians have more manpower problems. The Russians are larger, their armies are larger, they have more population, they have more military age males and females. exactly why we should be supporting.
Don't you think it's up to the Ukrainians to decide what they want to do?
Well, again, their support, their ability to continue fighting is heavily.
That's right. Don't ever put children at risk.
Right, so you're yanking it for them.
What I told-
People
what I told
are
the gentleman-
dying.
What I told the gentleman earlier is that we think it's in the best interest of our country, and frankly, in the best interest of the Ukrainians, for the war to stop. No one has articulated a strategy.
Selling them out. Absolutely.
With respect, ma'am, I disagree. I think that what we're doing is we're actually forcing a diplomatic settlement. That if you talk to Joe
Nobody in
Biden,
Ukraine benefits. No one. What about the
I-
Revolutionary War?
Do
you think Russia can be diplomatic?
about the United States.
I can't really hear what they're asking him, but he's stopping and giving them the time of day.
I don't think our investment in that country can go on indefinitely. I understand that you disagree.
You're forcing the settlement.
We're forcing both the Russians and the Ukrainians.
Russia won't settle.
Exactly. They certainly invaded Ukraine in 2022.
And
But there needs
2014.
to be a settlement. Ma'am,
They are the aggressor every time.
ma'am, I understand that that's your view, and certainly they have. and-
She said, but they're the aggressor every time, talking about Putin and Russia.
I have condemned, ma'am, please, you're interrupting. I'm speaking with you and I'm trying to be respectful. I have condemned the invasion, but I've also condemned the perpetual. That is the policy of the administration. And I've talked to you guys
You know
now
what happened? You
for
called
about 5
Trump
minutes.
America's Hitler.
And
What changed?
Ma'am, now that's a different question. I'm
He
happy-
didn't have
would
to
you like me
stop and talk
about
to
how
them.
I've changed my view on Donald Trump from 10 years ago, because I talked about it a lot during the campaign, and then the American people voted and made him the president of the United States.
in our leaders. You've got no integrity.
It's called
Some
change
integrity in
your
our
mind.
leaders. It's called not having any integrity. That's what I expect
Well,
my
it must be
kids.
nice to go through life
to
and
look
see
up
that
to.
everybody who disagrees with you has no integrity. I have more respect for you. But ma'am, look at my 3-year-old daughter now, and I told you.
His 3-year-old daughter was with him.
And now,
Now they changed it to like, well, how can you even support Trump?
to have people.
You know, I mean, they went from, are you there protesting Ukraine or are you there protesting Trump? And why are you supporting Trump? You know, he didn't have to stop to talk to them, but he did. You know, and they were like lightweight blocking his way. But I promise you, trust me when I say the Secret Service would have moved them out of the way. Do you know what I mean? But they didn't. They were respectful and they started. Kim says Russia started it. They sure did. They attacked him. They stole hundreds of kids, and now he wants to stand up for them. I don't think so. Is he standing up for them? I don't know. I don't know, Kim, and I don't know exactly what was said. I just know that I didn't agree with the way Trump and Vance were. It seemed like they were ganging up on him, and that wasn't cool. Really, just the president was there, so the vice president didn't really need to say anything. So let's not get into that now. I mean, I don't regret showing those clips because those clips were important. I wanted to show that clip last week and I didn't have it, so I showed it today. Yeah, but you know, it's not a perfect world to where you can you can't look at both sides. You have to, especially in their position, they have to look at both sides. Here we go. Blessed to Crochet. Hey, Bless, it's good to see you, actually. Comment, Sam and Chet. Just wanted to say thank you for all your love and support. My Aunt Patty went to be with Jesus last night. Rest in peace. You will be missed and always loved. Oh, that's heavy. Blessed to Crochet. Can we get ones and prayers for, it sounds like she was saved, so she went to be with Jesus, and that's it's amazing that she was saved, not so amazing that she left this world, but man, I bet you she's so happy right now. She's happy, blessed, I promise you, she's so happy. And we're so sorry that you lost a loved one. Hey, Anna Banana. Thank you for your support of Blessed. And good morning. I didn't see you here earlier. I will send you an email, Sam, so you have my contact information if you have any questions about it. Thank you so much. Perfect. Send it to the Inside the Mind. I don't get to the Legal Livewire channel, the All Rise Legal Network at Gmail that often. But yeah, I will be waiting for your email. Be looking for it. Yep, she is out of pain. Blessed. Yeah. Yeah. Just thinking about it is emotional. Yeah, of course, Kim. Yeah, I just, it's hard because it's hard. It's hard, because, it's just hard. This is a hard business to be in. And it's not about making people happy. It's just about, especially when you want to come from a place of love, we'll just call it that and keep calling it that. Because there is no better word. Last week I was like, man, can we come up with something better? Because it just, it seems like it's, the word love has been used so much for not evil, but it's just been used so much when it hasn't been meant. So we are like thinking kumbaya or righteousness, but it's all of those things. But anyway, yeah, it's hard to protest or to come from a place of love, even in protest, right? Because especially if you're emotional about a subject, and that you want to be oppositional, but you don't want to be aggressive, to where it puts people in fear, and you don't want to be combative, but I think we got it all handled here with this community. We all love each other, and we love the newcomers, and we love recovery, and we love the universe and the matrix that we all live in, that I call, I'm just going to call it the Holy Spirit. And that's where we're going to live here at After the Bars. That's the world we're going to create, the milieu, if you will, the environment. All right. What else do I have? Oh, I do have this also from last week that I didn't get to put up because of all the drama that we had. This is the some of the drug cartel members that are being handed over to the United States. And I'm going to tell you why I think that helps the war on fentanyl. Sorry, buddy. Welcome to the United States. You've killed hundreds of thousands of people. Now we got you. Now we got you, buddy. Welcome to the United States. You will never be out of a cage or handcuffs for the rest of your life. How I believe that helps seeing that, and I'm glad that they show those images, because that is truly the war on fentanyl. This is my stance on it. When the Mexican drug cartels see their bosses end up in handcuffs and on a plane to America, to where they send their drugs, specifically fentanyl, that kill people and kill kids. I just seen a video of a police officer, who OD'd in a bathroom at the police station, He OD'd. Oh, I don't know if it's at the police station, but it was somewhere where he said he was using the restroom. Man, I should find that video. It's really hard to watch though. The officer OD'd and he was found backwards with his legs folded underneath him because he was smoking fentanyl. So it's killing even our police officers. But I think when the Mexican cartel, the up and comers, the people that take the place of the guy, I think they think to themselves, I don't want to be in handcuffs, but I'm still going to be a drug dealer, right? That we can't send over this drug like we have been. Are they going to stop it? No, because that stops their cash flow. But I do think that they're going to make it a little weaker, or not, or make a different product to send over, and then we'll address that as it comes. So I do think it's a win in the war on drugs. It's definitely never going to stop. I think the cartel, when they see a need for something, they will fill that need. If tomorrow they made sharp cheddar cheese illegal, I promise you the cartel would be sending over sharp cheddar cheese, that is never ever going to stop. We can slow it down with the wall. We really can. And with our policies at the border. And I think that's why, we voted in Trump, because Biden had that border wide open. He did a little bit here and there, but if for anything, slowing down the fentanyl that comes over the border, then that's a win. That slows it down. I promise that slows it down. Thank you, Woofy, for the gifted 5 memberships. I really, really appreciate it. I really do. That's 5 more people that can enjoy the membership content. That will be, I'm making badges today. I know you guys are probably like, how do you get to all that today? I get to it. I have about 4 hours to do all of that. The badges I already have almost done, but I'll upload them today. So I have about 4 hours before Mariana comes home and we go pick up Hazley. And so that's a busy 4 hours for me. But with, the super chats and the gifted memberships, I'm able to do that. I don't have to go tattoo all day and bend over and hurt my back. Oh, and by the way, from doing that one tattoo the other day, my sciatic nerve, I could barely walk this morning. When I got out of bed, I was literally walking like this. My back doesn't hurt, but down the side of my leg, my sciatic nerve was in a lot of pain from doing that tattoo. But I got to make a living, right? I got to make a living. So, and it was fun for you guys. So now we're going to have fun doing it. And awesome. Tomorrow I got some good stuff lined up for you guys. I'm sorry, on Saturday I forgot to play the palette cleanser. But that's lined up, ready to go. We're gonna show some cats that today. So we are getting towards the end of the show. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? I'm gonna stay in the chat right now. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Yeah, yeah. I'll do a super cool goat badge, Ian. Yeah, I sure will. Yeah. I wish they could be animated because I create GIFs, the GIFs, the GIFs. I create them. And man, I could make some really good ones if those badges could be animated. But they can't. Wolfie says, my dogs don't like the goat. We love the goats. because we are the GOAT. We are the greatest of all time. My other's keeper, please pray for my family. Both aunt and brother are in their last days. It could be any time now. Yeah. I've said it before. I have a prayer group that is amazing. And I will do that for you, my other's keeper. Your aunt and brother. And just know if they get better, that was God's plan. And, and if they, God doesn't always answer the prayer that we request, but he answers with his plan, and his plan is always perfect. Even if it's the God of the universe, the God is God. However, we just say he because that's the best word we have in the English language. However he decides, the universe, the light, is what it was meant to be. Good news. When I see that all in caps, my friend lost her cat weeks ago. She thought they'd gotten taken by coyotes. Well, today her cat came home. He's worse for wear, but alive, and will be seeing the vet soon. That is great news. That deserves a GOAT. Sorry about your dogs. Oh, listen to the battery. Goat's dead. Yeah. I was also thinking about doing a review of Temu products. I know that sounds crazy, but I think it would be fun for the show for all of us to like vote on 5 things on Temu, and then I will buy them and have them sent to the house, and we will open it up together and see if it was fake, or if it's not like, really a good product. I have friends that I have one friend that swears by Temu and like got a whole backyard furniture set from Temu for pennies, and it's an amazing backyard. I sat in a chair and ate a hamburger this year on it. And then I have other friends that bought a PlayStation, and it was a little mini PlayStation like this big that played little Atari type games. Like what the hell? I think Temu, I know Temu is just a drop shipment thing from China that anyone can sign up. Like I could put t-shirts on Temu if I wanted. I know I could. Just like I could put them on Amazon. I did have an Amazon store for this company right here. Tat Swag. I showed you guys my Tat Swag stuff. That's my design. And I could have put those on Temu. Maybe I should put them on Temu. I don't know. But bless, yes, look after yourself. Thank you, Aunt Lindy, for the comment. Don't get the smoke eaters. They are louder than your thingy the other day on the tattoo show. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what smoke eaters are, but they said it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. Yeah, maybe I should. There's just you really only break even on t-shirts unless you get them into like JCPenney's, Hot Topic, Walmart, Target. You really just can't make a living because there's only pennies to be made unless you actually manufacture the blank, the blank t-shirt. To make this shirt right here, I had to spend 5 minutes treating the shirt. Let's say 5 minutes printing it. I had a printer that prints on the shirt itself, and then 90 seconds twice cooking it onto the shirt with the press. So you figure that much time, how much is that time worth? If you get an order, if you sell 100 shirts and let's just say a day, I have to make those shirts. So 100 times 15 minutes, that's a lot of time. How much did I make in that time? How much profit is there? It's not a lot. It's not a lot. You would have to sell hundreds of thousands of shirts to make a living to where you can make your car payment, house payment. There's companies out there that do it, but they've been doing it a long time, and they have all the marketing stuff in place, to say, hey, you left these shirts in your shopping cart, to remind people. And, they have all those things. It's a lot of work. It just wasn't worth it to me to want to keep doing it. But yeah, maybe I could just put some shirts up on. Now I'm just going to make shirts for you guys. That's it. I'm not going to sell them at my shop. I've tried that. Yeah. I'm talking about t-shirts right now. Wah, wah, wah. Not too exciting. Well, guys, I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks for coming out to the show. Today, it was definitely a Monday show, right? A little convoluted. We got to watch a little bit of court. But I love you guys so much. Thank you. I didn't go on any rants today, so that's a plus. Although I do like going on my rants. I think you guys enjoy them too. But I didn't get to any of those today. So before I go, we're gonna watch a little bit of this is our palate cleanser. Not that it needed to get too cleansed today, but I'm gonna watch them with you guys for a while. Last time I put them on and I took me off stage, and I was laughing and talking about them, but in the final video, it took off my voice. So I'm just gonna keep my thing up, and we'll watch some funny animal videos. You guys have a great day. I love you guys. Oh, shoot. Oh, sucking her nose. Oh, that's a gorgeous cat. I've done that.
Someone just, oh no, it's a whole, oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's more.
Look at that. Did you guys see that? All those kitties? That was crazy. I'm going to turn down the sound from the videos because the music on the videos, I don't have licensed. So we'll just watch them. We'll just watch the music. I don't have to monetize this one.
No! Calm down. Okay, that's it.
Oh, I thought that was one cat. Ooh, do you see it? Do you see her ears? They were bad.
Isa. Kaput.
I had a Persian. One time, a Persian cat that she was black, and I called her Morticia. And I love that cat. And she had bright orange eyes, and like orange like a pumpkin. And man, I loved that cat. I had that cat when I lived in Laguna Beach. All right, let's play some more.
I guess you don't have to drive after all.
She's probably left in there all night. Whoa, I'm good on that.
I hate it when people ask you when you're hungry. It's like, is that even a question? I'm always hungry.
Why are you doing this?
Do you guys not hear anything?
I can't tell what he's doing.
Okay, guys. You guys have a great day. Sorry if you guys didn't hear anything.